Today we're gonna learn and conjunction. Okay, in Korean this will be 그리고. Okay, so you would have the first sentence and then you say and then second sentence. Something and 그리고 and something. So for instance, this Korean food is cheap and it's tasty. So this Korean food. 이 한국 음식. So this Korean food is cheap. So we need subject particle 음식이 and then cheap. 싸요. And 그리고 it's tasty. 맛있어요. So object particle or marker, we have 을 or 를. So let's first look at the grammar structure, how this works with the object particle. So object particle, you're marking the object of the verb. So it looks like this. So we got subject, 이가, this will be a noun, right? And then we got object, 을을, of course this also will be a noun. And then we have verb. This one, it wouldn't be the descriptive, it's not adjective. This time, this will be an action verb. So, subject 이가, object 을을, and then ends with the action verb, not the adjective, not the descriptive. Okay? I'm going to give you two different action verbs today. To eat. 먹다. The basic. 먹어. Polite 먹어요. 만나다. To meet. To meet someone, okay? And then the basic, 만나. So to eat, 먹다. And then basic, 먹어. To meet, 만나다. Basic, 만나. Okay. Now we're gonna go over the sentence by using these action verbs. So first sentence, Yumi is eating fruit. Yumi is eating fruit. So subject will be Yumi. So by the way, that's a Korean girl's name, female. So Yumi ends in a vowel. So we say Yumi가. Yumi is the subject of the sentence. Now she's eating a fruit. So that means the object is fruit. Eating will be the action, right? Eating will be the action verb. So, fruit, 과일. And we must mark 과일 with the object. And which one? Go with it. It's 을. So you will use 을 when the noun ends in a consonant. 과일을, and then let's write in polite form. Eat. 먹어요. So 유미가 과일을 먹어요. Yumi is eating a fruit. Next one, let's do Michael is meeting a friend. Michael and subject E because could ends in a consonant. Meeting a friend. So friend is the object. 친구. We need to mark 친구 with the object particle. This time lur. So use lur when noun ends in a vowel. And then meeting in the polite form. 만나요. So 마이클이 친구를 만나요. Michael is meeting a friend. Okay. So let me first introduce irregular verbs. So previously we learned regular verbs, right? Like 맛있어, 싸, 비싸, 재밌어. Those are regular verbs. This time, it's be irregular that we're gonna go over. By the way, this is a descriptive adjective. Okay, so first one. 덥다. To be hot. This one meaning like a temperature, like a weather hot. Because we got the other hot, like a to the touch. And then the basic, 더워. Let's say it's hot right now and you want to say, oh, it's hot. Then you say, oh, 더워. Oh, 더워요. To be cold. Same thing, this is still weather. Cold, not to the touch, just weather cold. 추워. Okay, next one. 뜨겁다. Now this is a hot to the touch. Like you touch coffee cup and it's hot to my touch. Then you say 뜨거워, 뜨겁다. See, it's end with a wall. So these are all irregular ones. Last one, 차갑다. 차가워. Cold to the touch. You touch something and it's cold. You say 차가워, 차가워요. So if weather is cold, like you're outside and it's cold, like today it's a bit cold, then you say, oh, 추워요. And then if you touch something, like, cold drink, you're like, oh, 차가워, 차가워요. So if we want to say, the weather is hot, how would you say?
더워요.
Right, and then what's the weather?
날씨가
Right.
더워요.
Right. Good. 날씨가 더워요. Good. Possessive particle or marker. Possessive particle, this, we call it 의. But when 의 is used as a possessive, like for instance, my friend's car. Okay? So that would be 친구의 차. So that's, again, my implied, okay? So friend's car. So when 의 is used as a possessive particle like this, you pronounce it like it's different. 에. So instead of 친구의 차, you would say 친구의 차. Okay? Only when it's used as a possessive particle. Not like 의자, vocabulary, one of vocabulary learned. So not like a chair. This is a chair, right? This you don't pronounce it 에, right? You just say 의자. But when 의 is acting as a possessive particle, like a first example, then you pronounce it 에, like 친구의 차, not 친구의 차. Okay? So now we're gonna do my and your. So first of all, my. So 나 and 저 means I, right? 나, I in plain form. 저, I in humble. So you will use 저는, remember those? 저는 한국 사람입니다. Remember those example long time ago? So that's a humble, like I'm talking to someone older than me. That's when we use 저, right? Now adding 저 with and adding 나 with and put it together. So is acting as a possessive. So 나의 pronunciation change. 나의 or 저의 becomes my. Pronunciation 나의 저의. This is not how you spell, you pronounce it like this, okay? So this means my in plain form, my in humble form. So it's pretty much I plus possessive particle, I plus possessive particle. Okay? And the pronunciation 나의, and it becomes my. 나의 means my in plain form, 저의, my in humble form. Alright. Contraction in Korean language, it's very common. And it's a bit confusing, but we use it a lot, and a lot of times contraction, meaning like 나의, it gets shorter. We have so many words that get contracted, okay? For this one, contraction will be 내, 저의 contraction will be 제. Contraction use it more informal. The longer version use it more informal. Most time, not all the time, okay? So 나의 contraction 내. So my car can be 나의 차, 내 차. But in casual, informal conversation, 내 차. It's faster, easier, right? So you use contraction in more in informal conversation. All right. So next one, your. 너의, 당신의. So 너 is you, adding possessive 너의. Same thing, 의 sounds like 에. So 너의 becomes your. Contraction 내. And now here's the one thing. Your contraction will sound like 니. I mean, you can say 뇌차, but for most people, 내 and 내. 네 and 네. It sounds totally similar, right? 99%. So therefore, it's easy to say 니. Okay. And then 당신의, this one, your same thing, but 너 was plain form, right? And then 당신, honorific. And that is your. First of all, 당신. You don't really hear 당신 a lot unless you're using it to your spouse. So you say, oh, sweetheart, where's your car? Then you say 당신, 당신의 차. So you hear that, okay? The other one is someone hit you and then you're like, 당신, what are you doing? You know, da da da. Or at court, like 당신 did this and 당신 did that. So it's really extreme uses 당신. You watch Korean drama, you don't hear 당신 that much. It's either bad situation, you did this, you did that, or let's say you hear K-pop or romantic novel or film. Alright. Okay, that's it for today. See you guys next week. 안녕.